once again going to see despair, or are they implying that something else happened? Either way, finally the maze incident is over, as it turns out that the villain alliance, yes, were there to basically troll every single Yakuza member. That was actually pretty satisfying they did, especially since that guy talked so big before. But it still doesn't exactly answer the question of the last page, which screams despair for me. Either way, yes, I decided to review the Hero Academia chapter 148.9. As we see, a little flashback is when Magna, no, not Magna, uh, when Twice and Toga met up with with Overhaul and discussed. Overhaul mentioned that you all need to follow our orders and just do what we say, but and then tell us about the information about the quirks. That way it will be easier. And then the wall guy is the one who, of course, screams at them to get a grip. That actually answers the question on why Toga and Twice decided to make that guy lose his shit because, well, he screamed at them. So Twice actually reveals a secret about his ability. As we all know, he can create images, almost a perfect copy image of someone else. Um, but he needs a complete image. Otherwise, it won't be a complete copying. He basically says he needs measurements for their height, chest, foot size, and much data as possible. And he even revealed that he has a measurement inside of a clock like that. And it says that the sole difference between the copy and the original is the stamina. So when it has enough damage, it will disperse. And so Toga reveals her ability, saying that the blood she, as we all know, she can blood she indigests, she transforms into, and also saying something like the amount she can take in is how long she can stay in that form. 1 cup of blood is about a full day, and if he drinks multiple person, she can transform into any of these people. Basically, meaning she could switch between many different people's blood and then transform into many others. And if it's a cup, then probably implies that yes, Kami is dead because she has drained her of all her blood. But she can also transform her clothing, but otherwise she would just be naked. So finally, the Yakuza says to them, "Did Shiraku tell us to betray them?" But they say no. As the wall merging masters say them to get with the program and do as we are told. He proclaims that Yakuza are gonna make their sense dreams. So if this bragging is his bragging, then please do not make the Yakuza leave. It's my biggest fear of this manga right now, that the Yakuza is gonna go away with the quirk racing. I hope it stops, but I have a feeling this is not the last we're gonna see of the quirk racing. Either way, back to the present. The wall merger, I forgot his name. If you haven't noticed, has lost his shit as he just keeps on twisting, turning, and turning. But Toga and Twice just decides to taunt him further and further and further, saying that you are a big wimp and you are so lame. And it turns out that there's a reason for them doing that, because they have no intention of taking down that wall merger. But the heroes are, but the heroes cannot take down the guy if they can't see him, because, well, he can merge. So the more they made that loyal Yakuza pissed off, the more and more he screamed, so Deku could find out where he was. And once he did find out, he kicked open the wall so they could find him. And if they could see, and if Eraser could see him, he could erase his quirk, which he did. As the as Twice and Tog winks him away, saying like, "We were going ahead and doing our own thing." The merger is finally knocked out, as Sir Night Eye says that they are the ones who have been used. Yeah, the Will Villain Alliance are not exactly organized sometimes. I mean, They are very much trolls, but they are brilliant still. Which is one of the reasons why I hope they are the only main antagonists of this manga, because, well, it's bad enough that someone has a quirk racing one. But yeah, they sometimes act like school children, but it also is pretty deadly. But then the final scene is the one which I am greatly worried about, because it's saying something like rewinding time once more to the point 2 minutes after Miriam moved forward on his own. What is that meant to imply? Does that meant to imply that while the gang struggled with the wall merger, Mirio had already long before then catched up to Overhaul? Because it seemed to imply that Overhaul actually has walked away pretty scot-free. And if I know Wolf Effect, I have a feeling that this is where we are gonna see immense despair. So yeah, that's basically this chapter. Will Mirio win against Overhaul, or will he be the one to be killed right here and now, just to further drive us into despair of Overhaul getting away with his quirk racing drug, or implying that in the end the chosen one will be Deku, because, well, he is the main character, and the one who is better than him just dies like that. Who knows? All I know is that the final page is for me just despair. It could be awesome too, but seeing that I am exactly skeptical what's gonna happen now, who knows? Give me your thoughts if you have any.